So I'm looking forward to this Rumble in the Jungle, standing at Norman Court Stud British EBF Novice Stakes, and a race named after the horse who won this race in 2018. He went on to win the Molecombe and finished fourth in the Norfolk. So do we have any flying machines in this race? Well, the betting believes that Novation is going to come forward from his first run last time out, and Novation, who was fourth of 5 at Doncaster. So on paper, he only beat one home, but that was a pretty decent race. He was behind Ziggy's Dream, who went on and finished a good second in a hot 2-year-old race at Chester last week, and I think he was slightly unlucky. He was a horse that was supported, and he just got squeezed for a run at a crucial moment. Yeah, thank you, Tom. Yeah, Dylan Brown McMonagle's first rides at Salisbury this afternoon as well, which is notable. But I'm just going to pick up on what Dave was saying about Palmer Bay. A contender who was second first time out at Windsor was beaten by a horse called Tears of a Clown, who was in the Windsor race that Relief Rally ran on debut. So that form is all being franked. So a bit of confidence now potentially behind Palmer Bay. He was ran with a lot of credit on that first time out at Windsor. He's Out of a Dam, who won it too, and I'm just imagine he should come forward from that. And I do like him. He was a lovely looking individual, as was Novation, who was supported on debut at Doncaster at the end of the month and just got squeezed for a run at a crucial moment, which just stuttered his momentum. He was fairly green too, so I thought he fared quite nicely to suggest he'll come on from that run in a race which was run by Ziggy's Dream, who ran a good race to finish second in a useful 2-year-old race at Chester last week. So he's an eye-catching horse based on his pedigree by Havana Grey from the George Bowie team, and you'd think that he's going to come forward. From the newcomer, Jasur was entered in a hot race at Newmarket, but was a late non-runner on account of the ground. He had bits and pieces of support, so he's a £85,000 yearling by Havana Grey out of a Bahamian Bounty mare. Clive Clock's just the 1 2-year-old winner so far this season. He's normally got a healthy lineup of 2-year-olds, so we'll see if this horse can make a big statement on his debut. Mr. Baloo's looking to come forward from his run at Newmarket. Richard Hannon's horses have come on nicely from their first start, so we'll see how he gets on here, and Eros makes up the rest of them, and he's having his first run since finishing down the field in the Brocklesby. So an informative race this might be. Mine just edges with Palmer Bay with a nice form in the book after that Relief Rally win. That's all stacking up quite nicely, but Novation has been the one that's been well supported to come forward from that run at Doncaster. So we've only just got one left to go in, and that will be Eros that will make up all the runners. So we'll head up to Mark Johnson.
Novation, the favourite, comes out of the middle stall. The last one goes in, which is Aeros. They're in the gate. And they're off. This is the Rumble in the Jungle, standing at Norman Court Stud British EBF Novice Stakes over 5 furlongs, and it was Mr. Baloo who broke on top, giving chase, Novation, and down the wide outside Jasur. Those three in a line. They're a couple of lengths clear of Palmer Bay, and outrun at the back of the field is Aeros at the end of the first quarter of a mile. And the newcomer, Jasur, jumps the path, but now takes the lead. To on the rail, Mr. Baloo racing in second. Novation between them is in third. Palmer Bay closing up in fourth position, and a break back to Aeros, still outpaced at the back. So they race on now down towards the final quarter of a mile, and it is Jasur, tackled now towards the far side by Mr. Baloo and by Novation, and towards the near side by Palmer Bay. They race down towards the final furlong. Jasur, however, still has the lead, and now that lead is a length over Palmer Bay in second, Mr. Baloo, and then an Ovation, another 100 yards to go. Jasur tackled by Palmer Bay as they race up towards the line. Palmer Bay on the near side may have just got there to Jasur.
Palmer Bay just gets there and beats the newcomer Jasur, who runs a blinder on debut, but these two horses wandering around a little bit in the final stages, and it is Palmer Bay who's able to come past Jassor in a race where you can throw a blanket over the majority of them with a furlong left to go. But Palmer Bay, with the benefit of racecourse experience, the penny was just beginning to drop for him, and this horse has come forward here for the Rafe Beckett team, who do so well here at this track with their 2-year-olds. Second, Jassor, and third was Mr. Blue. Novation was fourth, and behind them was potentially just the disappointing one. Didn't really pick up as they had expected, but Palmer Bay, you could see from Rob Hornby's body language, he was just trying to get off the horse, but just also educating him as well, just to go grind through the gears. And this horse, who's son of Exceed Excel, out of the Sharmadale mare, you'd say that he'd probably benefit from a little bit further as well in time, but his form was stacking up nicely after Relief Rally in the last race, and he's been able to come forward for this team. And I think that is, trying to work out how many 2-year-old winners that they've had this season, and I can tell you now that Palmer Bay gives Rafe Beckett his third 2-year-old winner this season.